Hello YouTube, my name is Tim. I'm a pediatric physical therapist, and today I'm bringing you a very special video. The CDC and the American Academy of Pediatrics have updated their developmental milestones guidelines. So join me in this video as I break down what these updates are so you and your child know what to expect at their next pediatrician's appointment. All right, here we go. So you can see two images, one on the left, one on the right. The one on the left, those are the older guidelines, and the one on the right are the newer guidelines. These are straight from the cdc.gov. Now, I'll put the links below for the new ones. You cannot get access to the older ones anymore unless you send an email to the cdc.gov and get access to them. You can see on both of these, they have broken them into 4 different categories. The first one we see is the social and emotional milestones. The second one is the language and communication milestones. The third one is the cognitive milestones. And the fourth one, which is my area of expertise, is the movement and physical development milestone. Movement, physical development, 2 months old. The new milestones: holds head up when on tummy, moves both arms and both legs, opens hands briefly. So right away, this first milestone, holds head up when on tummy, that tells me that they are improving on their neck control. Compared to the previous one, can hold head up and begins to push up when lying on their tummy. We don't see too much pushing through on the new ones. It seems like they have removed some of the arm strength. I imagine that they probably moved it back to the next page here. Let's see. At 4 months, holds head steady without support when you are holding her. Holds a toy when you put it in their hand. Uses arms to swing at toys. Brings hands to mouth. Oh, here it is. Pushes up on elbows and forearms when on tummy. Now, at 4 months, we don't see much about rolling here, whereas in the previous one, we see maybe able to roll from tummy to back. Okay, so I imagine they have moved rolling back to the next one, 6 months here. Exactly, rolls from tummy to back. And previously, they probably have it both directions. Yeah, rolls over both directions, front to back. And the new one here pushes up with straight arms. So there you go, we're mastering our arm strength. We're leaning on hands to support themselves when sitting, also arm strength. So we see that compared to the past 6 months, and 6 months is a big physical developmental milestone, we see sitting without support, so no arms down. We see standing, and we see rocking back and forth as if crawling or crawling backwards. It seems like in these new milestones, they've made it so it's not as, I don't know what the right word is, but they've pushed a lot of the milestones back. Let's see what the 9-month looks like. Gets to a sitting position by herself. Moves things from one hand to her other hand. Uses fingers to rake food towards herself. And sits without support. So sitting without support is like what you see there on the top right. They're not using their hands down on the floor. Compared to the previous 9 months. 9 months, we see pulling to stand, crawling. We see standing, holding on to something. These new ones, we don't see standing whatsoever. We don't see crawling whatsoever. Moving on to 1 year, I'm guessing it's moved back. Pulls up to stand, walks holding on to furniture, drinks from a cup without a lid, and picks things up between thumb and pointer finger. There we go, pulling up to stand, walking onto furniture. Did they miss crawling? I don't see crawling anywhere here. Unless they moved it over to 15 months. Rolling at 6 months, gets to a sitting position, and then we just go right into standing. 15 months, takes a few steps on their own, uses fingers to feed herself some food. Guys, I think they missed crawling. That's a huge milestone. I want to say I don't know how I feel about that, but I feel kind of strongly against it. All right. That's what we're working with, guys. 18 months. So walks without holding on to anyone or anything, scribbles, drinks from a cup with a lid, may spill sometimes, feeds herself with fingers, climbs on and off from couch without help. Compared to the previous 18 months, also walking alone, may walk up steps. So we don't see anything about steps here except for climbing on and off of a couch. We see walking up instead of climbing. Okay, using pull toys while walking. All right, 2 years. Kick a ball, running, walks up a few stairs. There it is, not climbing. And compared to the previous one, standing on tippy toes, or willingly, not like, toe walking. Kicks a ball, begins to run, but the new one says runs. Okay. Climbs onto and down from furniture without help. Okay, walks up and down stairs, holding on. All right, 30 months. So they introduced this new page here at 30 months. Uses hands to twist things like turning doorknobs or unscrewing lids. Takes some clothes off by themselves like loose pants or an open jacket. Jumps off the ground with both feet. Turns book pages one at a time. So the big one we see here is jumping off the ground with both feet. At 3 years, strings items together like large beads or macaroni, puts on some clothes by themselves like loose pants or a jacket, and uses a fork. This is when catches a large ball most of the time, serves himself food or pours water with adult supervision, unbuttons some buttons, folds crayon or pencil between fingers and thumb, not the fisted grip. All right, the last one here is 5 years. We have buttons, some buttons. Okay, the previous one was unbuttons, some buttons. The new one's buttons, some buttons. And hops on one foot. All right, let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to hear. Please leave a comment down below.